Basketball game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the basketball court for simulcast coverage of high school basketball on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
And welcome back once again to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rick Radio Robinson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom, as we get ready for the tip-off here today between Grantsville and South Summit in the girls' third and fourth place game at the 3A state tournament. And Rick, we talk on day two about those that lost day one and how they bounce back and come back the next day. And it can be even more difficult for those that lose on day two and have to bounce back into this third and fourth place game because they were one game away from being in that state title game. And you look at a team like Grantsville, and obviously they're a team that's really feeling that heartache.
Yeah, and in fact, I'll tell you how shocking it is. They had beaten Emory 63-17 in the preseason.
Yeah. And
then they lost yesterday to Emory. And I don't have the score in front of me, but it was a
51-47, I believe. Yeah,
in a close game. So
56-47. Sorry.
And usually there's nothing more predictable in a state tournament than girls basketball. I mean, upsets happen in the boys, but the girls typically are more to stay with the form of who's going to win and who's not. But I don't know. They've changed me the last few years. And I would have been willing to bet money that Grantsville was a lock on this tournament. And I give Emory all the credit in the world, and my heartache goes out to Grantsville because they're talented. They got a good team, but Emory just outplayed them yesterday.
Yes, they did, as the Emory Spartans will square off against Canyon View, who beat South Summit yesterday. So South Summit maybe not in that same position as Grantsville coming into this day, but still a tough loss for them in a battle they had against Canyon View.
Well, keep in mind here that South Summit had beaten Canyon View earlier in the year, 42-34, before they lost yesterday, 45-39. So both these teams had beaten their opponents earlier in the season, and they both lost in the semifinal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just part of basketball. That's what makes sports. If it was all predictable, it wouldn't be any fun.
Right. But it is very fun, and we've got a great matchup here now between Grantsville and South Summit. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes out ready to go and wanting to win this game after two tough semifinal losses yesterday. When they played in the season, both games were dominated by Grantsville as they come out of Region 13 play, winning by 30 and 40 points.
69-38 the first game, 71-27 the second game. When you say dominated, they dominated them.
Dominated.
And yet, I think South Summit's got one of the best players in all of 3A basketball, Emma Broadbent. I just think she's terrific. But Grantsville has two really good players, too, themselves. And they both are going to another level.
Yes, they are, Bailey Louder and Avery Allred. But it's not just them. You don't get to that number one seed or number one ranking with just two great players. They've got a great team, does Grantsville, and South Summit has put together a really nice run here in this state tournament too.
Well, Grantsville was 24-1. Their only loss was to Ridgeline, who's 28-0 and just won the state championship in 4A. That was Grantsville's only loss on the season until yesterday.
As we get ready for the starting lineups, one absent player for South Summit, Ruby Clegg. You can see her there across on the floor. You can tell she's a little bit emotional. Not going to play this final game of the day. She is a junior for South Summit. Got a concussion yesterday, and so she is out today for the Wildcats, which is unfortunate for her and for them, of course, as well. And we're just about ready for the starting lineups now between these two teams, and Rick will give you the starters for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys, and I'll give you the starters for the visiting South Summit Lady Wildcats here at the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. And they've got the, again, obligatory UHSAA Big Good Sports announcement.
You always comment on that, Robert. You could probably quote that.
Well, I can't hear it really well. I don't have to be a good sport because I can't hear it. I got a headset on.
Well, as you know, I do a little PA announcing, and so I've read it a few times.
As we get ready for this game, it'll be South Summit in their road blacks, white letters and numbers with the green trim. Grantsville in their home whites with the red letters and numbers, black and red trim on their jerseys. And so now we are set ready to go for the starting lineup. It's first off for the visiting, the third-seeded South Summit Wildcats. Number 1 is a senior center, Emma Broadbent. Number 3 is a senior point guard, Mariah Bowen. Number 11 is a senior forward, Mackley Wolstenhume. Number 22 is a senior guard, Remy Arnaud. And number 32 is a senior forward, Taya Rose, for the South Summit Wildcats. Again, they are coached by Matt Mapstone, athletic director John Connor, and principal Kenna Rydalch for South Summit. And now for the starters for the top-seeded Grantsville Cowboys, the home team here in this third and fourth place matchup. Here's Rick Robinson.
Wearing number 1, a senior, Bailey Louder. Wearing number 10, a senior, Cody Williams. Wearing number 11, a senior, Avery Allred. Wearing number 15, a sophomore, Emmy Butler. And wearing number 22, a senior, Ren White. And the head coach of the Lady Grantsville Cowboys is Megan Avira. The athletic director, Aaron Perkins. And, of course, the principal, Kenna Agard. And I just should be a lot of fun. I love last day games. I don't like the last day, though. As you know, my favorite day of a state tournament is day 1.
It'll be South Summit going left to right, Grantsville right to left across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen here at the UCCU Center. Rick, any keys you see for these two teams?
Well, I think for South Summit, you want to not let them run. And the pressure that Grantsville puts, I think you got to handle that. I'm curious to see if the score differential will be closer. I kind of think it will be today.
We'll watch for that as Bailey Louder will jump for Grantsville and Broadbent to force South Summit, the two number 1s. Tip is up, and it will be controlled by Broadbent. Bowen has it for South Summit. Pass up ahead and knocked out of bounds by White. It'll be South Summit basketball.
When have you seen 2 centers with a number 1?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often because centers usually in their 30s and 40s.
Backdoor cut to looking for Wolstenhume, a little too high, and ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. Remains South Summit basketball on the near sideline.
Boy, and it's been kind of a shaky start here for South Summit, trying to get the ball in.
Arnaud tries to pass it in again, knocked away again by White, and remains South Summit basketball.
3 times they've tried to get the ball, and it's been knocked out of bounds all 3 times.
Got 8 seconds, and the ball gone out of bounds 3 times. Arnaud to inbound, looks for some help, able to get it in the corner to Wolstenhume. Pass out to the wing to Arnaud. Tries to pass it out up top, taken away by Louder. Louder up ahead, right side to Williams. She'll back out on the wing, hesitates, now drives baseline, gets inside the lane, puts it up, no good. And the rebound goes to Broadbent for South Summit.
And Broadbent averaging, 20 rebounds a game? She's just a terrific rebounder.
Yes, she is. She has it up the timeline, looking for some help, trying to get it across. Bounces ahead, got tipped and taken away by Allred. Down the floor for Louder, knocked away but grabbed by Williams. Passed down the lane, knocked it out of bounds by Broadbent. Grantsville ball on the baseline.
You know, there's a lot of taller girls with talent, but what makes Broadbent so good on the rebounding is she's able to anticipate, and that takes a real skill to focus on anticipating where the rebound's going to come.
Straightaway 3 for Bailey Louder, off the rim, no good, and the rebound goes to Broadbent. She has it in the backcourt. Cut off by Allred on the dribble drive. Bounces across for Bowen. Bowen right wing, lobs into the corner to Arnaud. Underneath to Wolstenhume. Got open, put it up, off the glass and in. South Summit strikes first.
Yeah, and that was a great pass underneath as Wolstenhume just spun and banked it in.
Louder with it on the Wolverine logo. Goes right side high. Up top to Louder. They swing it around left wing. Ren White for 3. High arch. Off the back of the rim, no good. Louder the offensive rebound. Tries to spin down the lane, got cut off, comes back out to the ring to Williams. She'll drive right side, takes a bump, and the foul. Cody Williams with a chance at the 3-point play as she ties the game.
And I tell you, Bailey Louder's another one that anticipates real well. Maybe not the size and the physicalness of Broadbent from South Summit, but there's a reason why she's playing at the next level.
Yes. As Williams steps up to the free throw line to take the lead and gets it. Cody Williams with 3 points, 3-2. Grantsville leads. In the backcourt, Wolstenhume for South Summit. Gets it over to Arnaud. Now to Bowen. They've got 2 seconds to get it across, and Bowen will spin across the timeline just in time. Now she's trapped near half court, able to get it up ahead to Broadbent. She'll dribble left side, spins against the defense, puts it up off the glass, no good. As Butler tried to draw the charge, didn't get it. Broadbent rips the rebound away and draws the foul.
Yeah, again, that could have easily been Grantsville's basketball, but Broadbent came in there and just, as you said, ripped it away.
Foul on Avery Allred is her first, team's first. Looking inside. Nothing there. Lob down the lane. Ball gets tipped as they try to go to Bowen. Bowen and Allred both at the floor, and Louder has it. She'll drive left side against Broadbent. Off the glass, no good. Backs the rebound. Blocked on the shot as Ren White, but coming up with it is Butler for the Cowboys. Now Allred works her way left side. She'll come back out up top to Williams as they reset. Deep three on the way from White. Missed it short, and the rebound to Louder. Curls in the lane, tried to pass across, taken away by Arnaud.
And we had a great angle looking across court. That was really deep.
Up the floor now comes Bowen. She'll drive in, puts up the runner against Butler and draws the foul. Mariah Bowen will go to the line to shoot two. First foul on Emily Butler, second team foul on Grantsville.
And South Summit's spacing's been much better. The first few times against that press, their spacing was kind of a challenge getting across.
So Bowen will step up to the free throw line. First one's good.
Just suddenly went really quiet in here, Robert. That doesn't happen very often in the state tournament game.
Second free throw from Bowen. That one is up and good. So Bowen makes them both. She has 2 points. And going back in front is South Summit, 4-3. 5:45 to go in the first quarter of this girls' third place game. Left wing with it, White. Up top to Williams. High post to Allred. Turn around, looks to drive right. Puts it up against Broadbent. Tried to scoop it underneath her arm. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound on the backside. And a jump ball will be called. That'll keep it with Grantsville as Butler was on the floor with it. And 3 South Summit players tied her up.
Yeah, and the scoop underneath Broadbent looked like it was going to go. They just went a little too hard.
4 low here for Grantsville. They try to run Allred at the rim. They makes the catch, misses the layup, and Broadbent the rebound for South Summit. Up ahead to Bowen on the left side. She'll come out to the wing to Rose. Rose going to drive baseline, got cut off. Tries to pass it back out as she lost her footing. Bowen now has it. She'll curl in the lane, dumps it off for Broadbent, knocked away from behind and picked up by White.
Yeah, Broadbent was double teamed there. Pass got knocked away.
All the way up the floor to Williams for the right side lay-in. Grantsville back in front. 5-4 your score. And a traveling violation on Bowen as she tried to work around the trap. 5th South Summit turnover.
I'm not sure they were going to call it. And the fans were yelling travel, and it looked like an obvious travel, and they did call it.
Williams across the timeline, under 5 to go here in quarter number 1. Right side high, White to the short corner Butler. 15-footer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Louder the backside rebound. Dribbles around, goes high post down the lane to Williams. Little 10-foot floater, no good. Broadbent the rebound for South Summit. She'll bring it down the right side of the floor. And Williams tips it out of her hands. Remains South Summit ball on the near sideline.
And Broadbent just tipped it out, and she's the post, and she took it, was dribbling the length of the court.
Rose to inbound. As Arnaud right in the middle. She'll take the pass. Long 2 on the way. Off the back of the rim. High bounce over the backboard. Grantsville ball.
I've been giving Robert good kudos because he's speaking a little French there.
Arnaud.
Yes, and it's definitely a French word, the way it's written.
Up top with it is Williams. Deep straightaway 3. Round the rim, no good. Broadbent the rebound for South Summit, and she's fouled.
Yeah, and Broadbent's, I bet she's got 5 rebounds in this game already. And you just think that she doesn't look like she'd be that kind of agility person, and she is. Oh, I like watching her play. Does so many fundamental things.
Yes, she does, as Louder picks up her first foul for Grantsville. Now she's got a great trap on. They've got 2 seconds to get it across, and they do with a pass up ahead to Rose. Right side with it. They pass down the lane. Caught by Rose, looking for some help. Bounces it out to Wilson. 10-footer on the baseline. No good. Broadbent the backside rebound and the putback. Her first points.
Yes.
South Summit back in front.
It was an air ball that went over the rim, and Broadbent was right there. Had a Grantsville girl. She pulled it away and then just put it in.
In the corner, Butler. Comes high to Louder. Up top now, they swing it around Allred. Fake left, going to drive right into the lane. Kicks it back out to Louder. Deep three on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound, and Allred pulls it down. Up top to Butler for the straightaway three. Off the rim, no good. And Broadbent the rebound for the Wildcats.
Yeah, she's fighting with Louder underneath there. Those are two very good rebounders, but Broadbent came up with it.
Broadbent with a bounce pass across to Bowen. Defense falls away. Bowen drives in, and offensive foul called as Butler draws the charge of Mariah Bowen.
Yeah, and Butler just got there in time. You can watch this on the replay. Oh, she was positioned there. I'll tell you, Barrett giving us a great replay there. Our producer, we appreciate that.
Alexis Egbert into the game for Grantsville as White checks out. Up the floor now comes Williams. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Not sure what happened with those lights that just kicked on us.
Well, I thought maybe I was seeing something from above here.
There's some lights above that just turned on. Spotlights right on us. Up top is it Louder. She'll drive the lane. Left-hand finish off the glass. No good. And rebound battled for. It'll be taken by Rose for South Summit.
And, of course, Broadbent tipped it.
Bowen drives in and will draw the foul on Allred. That will be her second, team's fourth.
Boy, and that wasn't very good body language after that foul. It was like, oh, I don't think I fouled, but such a good player.
Box set here for South Summit around the key. Inbounding is Rose. Tries to bounce it into Wolstenhume. Knocked it out of bounds. Last touch by Louder. Into the game now for Grantsville will be Afton Orgill.
Grantsville's done a nice job of keeping the ball away from Broadbent down low. She's really only had a couple shots.
Inbounding underneath is Rose. They try to run Broadbent at the rim. Not there. Lobs out for Wolstenhume. Right side high now, Bowen. Bowen hesitation dribble. Poked away by Orgill out of bounds. Remains South Summit ball on the near sideline.
That is the fifth poke out of bounds in this game.
There we go.
Yeah.
Statman Rick.
Well, I don't know, but that one's been it's just kind of, they've poked it out of bounds so many times.
Yeah. Try to lob in for Broadbent. Ball got tipped, and Broadbent runs it down in the corner. Being trapped there is Broadbent, and she'll just throw it off of Butler. But she traveled first, and she tried to create some space.
Yeah, we all were anticipating it was going to be in for South Summit, and the official said no. She walked before she threw it off the Grantsville Cowboy.
Across the timeline, Williams. Left side high to Louder. Into the corner it goes, Williams. Nothing on the low block. Goes short corner now to Butler. Butler tries to pass in the lane and stepped out of bounds as she got tied up top, and as she pulled the ball away, fell backward out of bounds.
Yeah, she just kind of fell down, and she was laying on an out of bounds line. Everybody was waiting to see if there's going to be a foul, and the official just signaled, you're out of bounds. It's South Summit basketball.
Bowen with it across the timeline. Lobs up ahead for Wolstenhume. Butler was trying to get back and kind of caused some problems for Wolstenhume to see the pass as it goes out of bounds. A South Summit turnover. They're 8th.
Yeah, Butler cut right in front of where the pass. It had to have been a perfect pass going over Butler, and it did go over Butler, but too high and went out of bounds.
Despite 8 turnovers for South Summit, they lead at 6-5 here in this girls' 3rd and 4th place game. Skip pass to Louder, left wing, down the lane. Nice catch by Egbert. Tries to pass it out, knocked away by a South Summit. Grantsville ball on the baseline. Louder to inbound. 4 low. Lobs out for Williams. Backs out as they reset. Left wing Louder. Picked up in the Wildcat zone. Into the corner it goes now to Williams. Skip it right side. Orgill dribbles in the lane. Took the bump. Puts up the runner. Off the glass. No good. Broadbent the rebound for South Summit.
Yeah, and she's going against Broadbent on that. That's a tough shot. She's altered quite a few shots in the middle.
Bowen being trapped. Tried to find some space and traveled.
Yeah, and it looked like she finally got through to get the pass, and all of a sudden the crowd was saying, oh, and they saw the travel. This Grantsville pressure is relentless.
It is.
But to show for it, it's still a South Summit lead.
Yeah, 6-5, 1:35 to go in the first quarter. Up top with it is Williams. They swing it around left wing to Orgill. Back up top, Williams. Right side high, Egbert. Down the lane to Louder. Kicks it left side, short corner to Orgill for the 15-footer. No good. Louder the rebound for Grantsville. Has the ball knocked away, and she touched the last. South Summit ball.
And Grantsville's just had trouble getting the ball in the hoop so far. Their pressure remains the same. Boy, they just keep after them. And the spacing this time's way better for South Summit.
They get it across with a pass to Broadbent, driving right side. Picks up her dribble in the short corner, passes out to Bowen. Bowen looks for Broadbent, gets it to her, being double-teamed. Tries to rip it through and draws the foul. That'll send Emma Broadbent to the line to shoot 2 on the 5th team foul on Grantsville. This one on Alexis Egbert, her first.
Well, Grantsville's, Broadbent's pretty crafty at dribbling. She got a double team. You're saying where she's going to dribble it. And that time when she picks it up, they tried to get it away and they got her arm.
First free throw from Broadbent off the back of the rim, no good.
You told me the other day she's a 78% foul shooter?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's a high foul shooting percentage.
She makes 1 of 2, does Broadbent. She has 3 points. Up the floor now comes Grantsville. Left corner it goes. Up top with it, lob down the lane to Louder. Backdoor cut, got it inside to Sadie Castano. Blocked on the shot by Wolstenhume.
Yeah, that was a great pass. It looked like Grantsville was going to lay in, but then it was blocked.
3-pointer on the other end for Rose. Make it a long 2 for Taya Rose. And it's a 4-point South Summit lead. Up the floor it comes. Right side high. Left corner they skip it. Down the lane to Louder. Up top it goes. Williams straight away 3. Off the rim, no good. Long rebound. Louder runs it down. Louder curls inside, driving baseline, and a block foul will be called on Broadbent.
Yeah, and that's one of the challenges. Broadbent, she's always challenged you, but she's been in foul trouble a lot of this tournament. And what makes Louder so good on the rebounding? Boy, she just runs down the ball.
Left corner, 3 on the way. Knocking it down, Afton Orgill for Grantsville. 10-8 your score. In the backcourt, Broadbent down to 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. She gets it across the timeline, and ball knocked free. It's on the ground, and that'll be how the quarter comes to an end. Through 1, it is South Summit 10, Grantsville 8 in this 3A girls third-place game on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. Rick, what'd you see in that first 8 minutes with South Summit leading 10-8?
Well, South Summit struggled early as they had the ball knocked out of their hands, but they kind of settled down there and they put enough shots together. Their defense has been very solid. Grantsville's been struggling to shoot from outside.
Pass comes up ahead to Rose. Rose in the left corner, lost her footing, goes to the ground, then a traveling violation. Kind of got overextended on a big step.
Yeah, and I don't know how many turnovers you have, South Summit, but they've got a bulk of turnovers.
11 is what I have down compared to 3 for Grantsville. But despite that, South Summit leads 10-8.
That doesn't surprise me, the disparity on the turnovers.
High post Louder, faces up. One dribble, kicks to the corner, pump on the shot by Thornton. She'll drive baseline and draws the foul. I believe it's on Wolstenhume. And it is. Her first, team's first. Inbounding underneath is Thornton. Pass comes in for Butler, and she went to the ground as getting a hand on it was Broadbent. So a Grantsville turnover on the travel.
Yeah, as soon as she pulled their hand up, then Broadbent kind of rolled a little bit, and that'd be a travel.
Bowen will go to Broadbent across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. Passes back out to Bowen. Bowen sweeps it through, works her way left side. Trying to work around Louder. Now reverses back the other way. Bounces up top to Rose. Rose right side high to Wolstenhume. She'll dribble side down the lane. Kick to the corner to Rose. Long two. Off the back of the rim, no good. High rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch by Broadbent. Grantsville ball.
Yeah, Broadbent, you could see her. She's waiting for that ball to come down. It looked like it was going to go to Grantsville, but at the last minute, she jumped up to grab it. Just couldn't get control. It went out of bounds.
Up the floor comes Williams. Right side high to Louder. Kicks to the corner. 3 set on the way from Thornton. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound down the lane, and a foul's going to be called on Broadbent with a push on Williams.
Oh, we had a good view of that. It was a shove. Pushed her out of the way. She'll get the rebound. And boy, South Summit does not need her to do that to get fouls. They need her on the court.
That's her second. Pass comes into Louder. Guy goes short corner to Castino. No good on the 10-footer, and the rebound goes to Broadbent. Up the floor it comes with Rose. Rose tries to bounce into the corner. Butler jumps the passing lane, but couldn't quite grab it. Wolstenhume goes inside to Broadbent, creates space, put up the left hand. No good. Rebound, knocked it out of bounds, and it'll be South Summit ball on the baseline.
Yeah, and Broadbent tried to spin and scoot toward the basket. She got the ball up as she was falling down, and the ball bounced and bounced, and then came off, and then trying to secure the rebound again, it went off Grantsville.
The official having some words with some of the players after that play, just trying to tell everybody to calm down a little bit in there. Missed shot by South Summit. The other way now comes Grantsville. Up ahead to Butler with the pass out in front of her, and out of bounds it goes. A Grantsville turnover.
It looked like Grantsville was going to have an easy layup. They just could never secure the ball. They kept trying to dribble it, and it went out of bounds on them. I think if they secured the ball and then passed it, they probably would have got the layup.
Avery Allred back into the game for Grantsville as Butler comes out. Pass up ahead to Broadbent. Picked up by Thornton. Picks up her dribble. Comes up top. Stepping through the double team was Rose. Lost the basketball, though. Picked up by Castino. Down the floor to Allred. And the left side finish is good for Avery Allred to tie the game at 10.
And she's averaging 18 points a game. That's her first 2 points I have her with.
Louder tries to jump the passing lane and knocks it out of bounds. Remains South Summit ball on the far sideline.
6 knock out of bounds in this game. On the Grantsville side. I mean on the South Summit side.
A lob in for Broadbent being double teamed. It gets tipped out of bounds off of Castino. Remains South Summit ball.
7.
So Wildcat ball on the baseline now. Taya Rose will inbound. The lob in for Broadbent, underthrown, and Broadbent tips it out, and Bowen runs it down for South Summit. Goes back for Broadbent, off the mark though, and now a foul will be called as she gets pushed to the floor.
And their discussion, if it's on Broadbent, that would be her third.
It's on Louder.
Okay.
That'll be the second on Louder. First team foul on Grantsville this quarter. 6:01 to go here in the first half. 10-10 your score.
Broadbent never quits going though. She's always going for the ball, and she has a tendency to get an offensive foul going for it.
They lob high to Broadbent. She'll give it to Bowen to set up the offense. Goes back down the lane to Broadbent on the left junction. Faces up, looks to drive in. Gets cut off by Louder, kicks it out. Now they go back to Broadbent as she reposts. And step with the left and finishes with the left hand. Emma Broadbent with 5.
And she's got an elite defender on her. Louder, able to spin and put it up in. That was a pretty move.
Right side high with it. Castino down the lane from Louder to Allred and gets the finish on the right side. Ties it at 12.
And just like that, Allred with back-to-back baskets for Grantsville.
Bowen gets it across the timeline with the pass. Going to drive all the way in right side. High off the glass and draws the foul. That will be the third on Bailey Louder.
And Louder was just a little slow getting there.
So Mariah Bowen will shoot 2 free throws for South Summit.
And that third foul comes with 5:22 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that's a big one for Grantsville. First free throw from Bowen, round the rim and drops it in. She has 3 points. White, Orgill, and Butler all back in for Grantsville as Louder, Castino, and Thornton come out. Emma Broadbent's going to get a breather for South Summit, but a very quick one, as they're going to send her right back in.
When you say a breather, it was a second breather because, as you said, they're checking her back in.
Yeah, they brought Emily Wolstenhume in. She came in for Broadbent, and Coach Mapstone's like, nope, go back, check back in, and now Mackley Wolstenhume will come out after Bowen makes both free throws. She has 4, and it's a 2-point South Summit lead.
Emma does not sit very much, at least she hasn't here in the tournament.
Right. Williams driving right, kicks to the wing. With it is White, shovels it back out to Williams. Right side corner to Butler, tries to go to Allred, off her hands, it's on the ground. Bowen picks it up for South Summit. Bowen will bring it up, passes up ahead for Arnaud. They've got 3 seconds to get it across. And she's not going to. 10-second violation on South Summit.
Yeah, there's no guesswork on this because you have a shot clock. And officials used to count, and sometimes they seem fast and slow, but on this, there's a shot clock, and that's really helped the backcourt violations because you can see it.
I think on missed baskets, it has quickened up that 10-second because in the past they wouldn't start counting it until they felt like they were actually going to go down the floor. Shot up, no good by Grantsville. Broadbent tips the rebound out of bounds. Remains Lady Cowboys basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, it looked like Grantsville was going to get a rebound right underneath the basket for a good putback, and Broadbent reached over and just knocked it out of bounds.
Pass comes into Allred, and she'll draw the foul on Mariah Bowen, who got her with the leg. A bump. It'll be her second. Team's at third this quarter. Nothing down the lane, but now Allred cuts to the basket for the easy right side finish. Avery Allred with 6 points in this quarter.
There were a crowd of green jerseys, and all of a sudden Allred cut free, and she was all alone for the put-in.
Left side with it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Remains South Summit basketball. 8?
8. We've had 8 knock out of bounds by Grantsville on the South Summit side here in the first half.
Pass across the floor to Bowen. Bowen makes a nice catch, tries to step through, tries to pass down the lane for Broadbent, knocked away and saved by White.
Oh, I thought they were going to step out of bounds. That was a good save for Grantsville.
Up the floor to Orgill, gets the body check from Wolstenhume, blocked on the shot by Broadbent, but a foul called, and Wolstenhume will pick up her first. That's Emery Wolstenhume.
And Broadbent went over and picked up Orgill off the court. That was good sportsmanship there.
So I have that South Summit should be 16. Is that what you have?
Let me look here.
First free throw is good.
No, I only have them with 14.
Okay. So Grantsville goes in front. Second one, round the rim, no good, and the rebound goes to Broadbent. So Orgill makes 1 of 2. She has 4. 15-14 Grantsville. In the backcourt is Bowen. And 10-second violation. Nope, Coach Mapstone got a timeout called.
Yeah, and you know, Grantsville's complained about that. When a coach calls timeout, they might not get it right at the second. But they were calling timeout because everybody could see when the shot clock's going to hit 25 seconds.
Right. So a timeout called. We'll take the 30-second break with it. 3:57 to go in the first half. It's Grantsville 15, South Summit 14 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. 15-14, Grantsville leads South Summit as we come out of this timeout. And Coach Mapstone using a timeout to save a possession there, Rick.
And it looked like it was going to be back-to-back backcourt violations. And the timeout saved that. Now, Grantsville didn't like that. They were really upset because the clock was down to 24. But when the official calls timeout, they went back and put 26 seconds on the shot clock.
Pass comes into Broadbent. She'll get it across the timeline, picks up her dribble, and goes to Bowen. Bowen lobs up ahead, right wing. Mackley Wolstenhume back into the game with it, comes up top to Rose. Rose dribbles left side, gets cut off on the junction, hands to Wolstenhume. One dribble, she picks it up, passes out to Bowen. Bowen going to drive down the lane, puts up the 8-foot runner off the glass, no good. And rebound, tipped it bounds, saved by White, as Orgill has it for Grantsville to Allred. And Allred's left side layup is good. 3-point Grantsville lead.
And that's a big deal to Grantsville. That's how they put all the points. They run the court extremely well.
Broadbent to inbound. Gets it across the timeline, just in time up ahead to Wolstenhume. Wide open right side layup.
That was a great pass out near the half court and found Wolstenhume all alone in the middle. Great description there, Robert.
Up top with it. High post it goes to Allred. 15-footer from the right junction. Off the rim. Falls off. And Butler tips the rebound out of bounds. South Summit ball. Into the game for Grantsville, Alexis Egbert. And into the game for South Summit for the first time today, we will see Ashton Arnaud. Up the floor come the Wildcats. Left corner it goes. They swing it back around to Arnaud. Now up top with it. Bowen, right wing to Rose. Rose into the corner to Wolstenhume. Goes back to Rose on the right wing. It steps into a 15-footer off the glass. No good. Got her own rebound on the backside. Goes back up. No good. And White the rebound for Grantsville, and she throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to get out on the wing, on the left side, as Grantsville's looking to run down the court and just threw it a little too hard.
Rose to inbound, skips it far side for Bowen, makes a nice catch. Dribbles left to right in the lane, dumps it off for Broadbent and draws the foul first. Wave off the basket from Broadbent as Afton Orgill picks up the foul.
And for South Summit, you're probably saying, oh, we had probably an easy lay-in with Emma Broadbent underneath there, but pass was on the foul was on the pass.
They must have called it they must have called that pass a shot though, because they sent her to the line.
They did.
As
You're
Bowen
right.
misses the first one. This is just the third team foul.
She was 4 for 4 from the foul line before then.
Second free throw, got it. So Bowen has 5. Ties the game at 17. Right side high with it. They bounce into the short corner. Holding is Egbert, gets it out to the wing to Orgill, down the lane to Allred, reverses around the key, scoop of the left hand and score. Allred with 10, all in this second quarter.
And what a crafty shot to center of the lane. Used the left hand stretched out and banked it in.
Arnaud with it, that's Ashton Arnaud, gets cut off on the dribble. Bounces up top to Bowen. Bowen tries to go for Wolstenhume, tipped by Egbert, tipped again, and it's picked up by Williams for Grantsville. Up the floor they come to Allred. Allred hesitation dribble, drives right. Arnaud hit the deck, as does Allred. Out of bounds it goes off of South Summit. Grantsville ball on the baseline. One of the South Summit players, Taya Rose, must have slid out of her shoe in the process.
Yeah, she's putting on her shoe and tying it, and they're all kind of smiling down there.
1:43 to go in the first half. 19-17, Grantsville leads.
And Allred helps her up. I tell you, both these teams have shown good sportsmanship to each other. I have liked that.
Williams to inbound. They run Allred at the basket. Can't get it to her. They lob out instead to Orgill, right side. Drives through, tries to shovel the pass underneath. Got tipped, and tipped out now to Williams. Up top, Allred. Hands back to Williams. The left wing it goes. White back to Williams. Down the lane for Allred. Bounce pass to the short corner to Egbert. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Pass goes behind Williams. Into the backcourt it goes. And Grantsville runs it down for the over and back violation.
Yeah, and the pass was going hard up to the top of the arch, and it looked like she might be able to catch up with it, but it just went in the backcourt by a long ways.
Emery Wolstenhume to inbound as she checks into the game. Tries to go the deep pass, and it's knocked away and stolen away by Williams. In the backcourt she goes. Bounces across for Allred for the left side finish. Allred with 12.
Well, you could see that pass. When she threw that, I said, ooh, that's going to be taken away, and it was.
Bowen high right side. Picks up her dribble. Looks for some help. Able to bounce it out to Arnaud. Up top, Mackley Wolstenhume. Left wing, Emery Wolstenhume. Now back out to Arnaud. Dribbles to the top of the key. Right wing, she goes to Bowen. Bowen looking for Broadbent inside. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Grantsville. South Summit ball.
There's 3 players around Broadbent. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. You're thinking there's got to be somebody open.
Very active hands, though, that trap of Grantsville. Emery Wolstenhume into Mackley Wolstenhume in the short corner right side. Kicks it up top to Arnaud. She'll set for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound taken by Orgill for Grantsville. She'll bring it the other way. Drives through and block foul called as the South Summit crowd wanted the charge, but it's going to go on Ashton Arnaud. That'll be her first, team's 5th.
Here. Well, that's one that, whatever way they call it, no one's going to like it.
So Orgill goes to the line to shoot 2 again on that 5th team foul. First one is up, off the rim, no good. Second free throw, got it. So Orgill makes 1 of 2. She has 5 off the bench. 5-point lead. This is the largest of the game for Grantsville at 22-17. There's 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Arnaud goes right wing to Bowen, lobs in for Broadbent, being double teamed. Ball gets knocked to the ground. Broadbent gathers it, puts it out for Arnaud for the long 2. Off the back of the rim, no good. Good box underneath by Egbert. The rebound though by Wolstenhume. She goes back up, no good. Egbert gets the rebound. Down to 15 seconds to go in the half. Left wing Orgill. Up top Williams, they'll reset with 10 seconds. Coach Vera gives the call.
Been a lot of action the last 30 seconds.
Up top Williams, left wing Orgill, down to 3 seconds. Up top Williams, back to Orgill. She'll rise for 3, short off the glass. And at the end of 2, it is Grantsville 22, South Summit 17 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Current Chevy owners and lessees can get $6,350 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rick Radio Robinson on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. At the half in this one, it is number 1 Grantsville 22, number 3 South Summit 17 in this third place game at the 3A Girls Basketball State Tournament. And, well, Rick, we talked about the fact in the pregame show that Grantsville beat South Summit by 30 points the first game and 40 points the second game. And so pretty handily in those two games, over 30 and over 40, but really entertaining first half here in a 5-point game.
Yeah, I do think it's been entertaining. I think that as you've watched it, South Summit struggled early getting set up. I thought Grantsville had a lot of takeaways but couldn't get the ball in the hoop. And then as they've settled down, Allred's kind of taken over for Grantsville, and she's been the difference maker. She's why they're ahead the way they are. And I think that for South Summit, Broadbent, I'll bet she's got quite a few rebounds, but Grantsville's done a good job of containing her with her shooting.
Yes, they have. Let's take a look at those first half stats. I appreciate Brad James for our statistician this week here at the 3A State Tournament. First half for Grantsville as they have the lead 12 first half points for Avery Allred, all in the second quarter with 2 rebounds to go along with it. Then 5 points from Cody Williams with 3 steals and 5 points from Afton Orgill with 2 rebounds and 2 assists for Grantsville. The Lady Cowboys are shooting just 28% from the floor, 10% from 3 at 1 for 10, and then they are 3 for 5, 60% from the free throw line.
Yeah, and there's some good stats there, but also their three-point shootings, I'm sure that's one of their lower shootings of the season.
Yeah. Looking at the stats for South Summit, they are led in this one so far by Emma Broadbent. 5 points, 11 rebounds for Broadbent. Mariah Bowen with 5 points in the game and 4 points for Mackley Wolstenhume for South Summit. And then 3 points as well for Taya Rose with 2 rebounds for Rose. As a team, South Summit shooting 31% from the floor, 25% from 3 at 1 for 4, and then 6 for 8, 75% from the free throw line in this first half. The big stat here to look at for me, though, Rick, as Grantsville has taken 16 more shots, 32-16 on shots taken.
That's just almost unbelievable. How many rebounds did you say Broadbent had?
11.
She's averaging 20 a game, and that many more shots is just you're going to win a lot of games. You shoot that many more shots.
As far as the rebound battle goes, 14-12. South Summit does lead Grantsville in that category, but Grantsville 9-4 on the offensive glass, and then 19 first-half turnovers for South Summit, 8 for Grantsville.
Well, the turnovers are definitely a factor, and I felt like that's probably why Grantsville's ahead. They were able to get some breakaway layups. Not a ton. That's why the score's as close as it is. But the ones they got, they did. They raced down, got the layups, and that's why they're ahead.
Yeah. So there's, again, your halftime score. It is 22-17, Grantsville leads at South Summit, and there's your first half stats here in this one. This has been the Jones Mill Engineering halftime show in this 3A girls third and fourth place game. Coming up after this one, we'll have the 3A boys third and fourth place game with number 5 Juab going up against number 7 Judge Memorial, followed by the championship games. It'll be number 5 Emory on the girls against number 2 Canyon View, and the boys game tonight will be number 3 Richfield against number 1 Morgan in those 3A state championship games later on today here at the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University. In this girls' third and fourth place game, it is once again Grantsville 22, South Summit 17. We've got your second half when we come back on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
From Commercial to Recreational Truck Accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Current Chevy owners can get $7,850 total value on this 2025 Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
As we go to the second half, it's a 5-point Grantsville lead, and they will start with the basketball on the floor for Grantsville. Will be Bailey Louder, Cody Williams, Emmy Butler, Avery Allred, and Ren White starting 5. And the starters are out there as well for South Summit: Mariah Bowen, Remy Arnaud, Mackley Wolstenhume, Emma Broadbent, and Taya Rose. Left wing Louder off the screen for 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound battled for, and Allred has it for Grantsville.
Yeah, nice hustle by Grantsville to secure that rebound. Broadbent tried to grab it, but came out of her hands.
Right side high with it. White on the wing. Tries to pass inside on a little slip screen for Allred. Broadbent steals the pass down the floor to Bowen. Drives left side. High off the glass. No good. Rebound battled for. Broadbent goes to the floor for it and able to pass it out to Wolstenhume. She'll step into a long 2 off the rim. No good. And rebound by Williams for Grantsville.
Boy, and both those shots were tough shots by Grantsville. By South Summit. Grantsville had a hand on them, and They weren't easy.
Left side high, Butler. Little slip screen goes to Louder. Down to the low block now to Allred. Reverse layup by Allred. Missed it short. Rebound by Broadbent. Full court pressure again here by the Lady Cowboys. Pass to the floor. Wolstenhue makes the catch. Gets across the timeline. Spins against the pressure and gets it out to Bowen. Bowen backdoor cut for Rose. Gets inside. Little 8-footer. Off the glass. Didn't draw iron. Backs to rebound. Broadbent misses the putback. And rebound by Wolstenhue. No good. And she'll get her own rebound. Kind of went slow motion there for a second.
Yeah, she looked like, oh, I got the ball.
Left wing Arnaud looking for some help. Bounces up top for Bowen. Works her way right side, lobs in for Broadbent, and ball got smacked by White and picked up by Williams. Down the floor for Allred, and the right side layup from Allred is good.
Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me here, but this is the third game in 3 days, and these players look to be a little tired to me.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's certainly a factor here. And now another Grantsville steal, an Allred run out, and she draws the foul as Rose got back defensively late.
And they've extended the lead, but the lead is extended because of the fast breaks. The steals throw it down court, and they get the layup. And then I thought on the South Summit side, they've just looked a little tired getting the shots up.
Yeah. The and one from Allred, good. So Avery Allred with 17 points to lead all scores, and it's now a 10-point Grantsville lead.
And Broadbent, just a terrific player, but she plays a lot of minutes.
Bowen picked up her dribble, and Bailey Louder took advantage to tie her up. It remains South Summit basketball. Pass comes into the backcourt. Up the floor, they try to get it to Arnaud. Tipped by Allred, and it will go out of bounds. So South Summit ball on the baseline. What number is that, Rick?
Guess what? That's number 9. It's a good thing you said something. That's been knocked out of bounds 9 times
by
Grantsville.
Yeah. Make it 10. Jumping the pass lane, Williams tips it out of bounds. Remains South Summit ball now on the sideline.
Yesterday it was a jump ball in the game. We had 17 jump balls in one game. That's a lot.
Into the corner to Arnaud. Pass out to the wing to Rose and goes to the ground. Ball gets knocked loose. Louder has it up ahead. She'll back out into the corner. Hesitates, now drives right to left. Puts to the one-hand runner with the left hand. Got it. Bailey Louder with her first points.
Yeah, and that was just a left-handed floater. And it looked like a tough shot. She made that look easy.
Grantsville's press now really has got them settled in. Pass up the floor looking for Wolstenhue. Out of bounds it goes. A South Summit turnover 4 here in this quarter as they look for their first point of the quarter, and Coach Mapstone calls timeout. 5:22 to go in the third quarter. It is Grantsville 29, South Summit 17 in this 3A girls third place game on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Possibilities.
Welcome back here to the UCCU Center, Utah Valley University. 12-point Grantsville lead, a 7-0 run to start the second half. An 8-0 run to start the second half. Right side high with it, they swing it around. Now they go right wing. 3 on the way from Williams, off the rim, no good. Rebound battled for, and eventually taken by Emery Wolstenhue, who checked in along with Ashton Arnaud for South Summit. Picks up her dribble right at the timeline and tries to go through the defense and will draw the foul. If it's on Louder, that's her fourth. They're going to give it to Allred, which will be her third. So Allred and Louder each with 3 fouls. The Grantsville crowd doesn't like the call.
No, she was sandwiched at half court. Her foot was on the line as she fell forward.
Pass comes in to Wolstenhume. Now she gets Arnaud to bring it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. Over to Bowen. Bowen up top. Picks up her dribble. Looks for some help. Tries to go back to Arnaud, but Williams strips her. And Williams will bring it the other way. Pass across the lane to Allred. Kicks it out to Louder. 15-footer from the left side. Got it to go. Louder with 4.
Yeah, and Allred selfishly saw Louder open just a little further out and gave it to her, and Louder put it in. Very unselfish there.
And 10-second violation again on South Summit as they couldn't get the pass across. 25 South Summit turnovers, 6 here in this quarter, and they've yet to put up a point.
They just have struggled here the latter part of the first half and now in this third quarter to get the ball across. And then their offense just seems to be out of flow because of that time.
Right wing White for 3. Off the rim, no good. A long rebound. And Arnaud has it for South Summit. Takes the bump from Louder. And a foul call. That'll be 4 on Bailey Louder.
Yeah, and she came close to getting one at the half court. Louder just has one speed. It's a full go after it.
So Louder picking up her 4th will come out of the game. Afton Orgill checks in.
Very talented player.
Yes, she is. Pass comes in looking for Broadbent. Knocked it out of bounds by Butler. Remains South Summit ball.
11.
14-point. Grantsville lead here in this 3A girls third place game. Inbounding is Emery Wolstenhume into the backcourt to Ashton Arnaud. Poked away by Williams. Out of bounds it goes. It will stay with South Summit, but now in the backcourt.
So does a shot clock, does a 10-second count when you pass it from the forecourt in the backcourt?
It starts at 10 when you pass it back there. Up the floor to Broadbent, able to go left to right down the lane. Right side lay-in is good. Broadbent with 7.
And she was a little more cautious that time as players were flying by her, but she's still able to get it up and put it in.
Left wing with it.
That stopped a big run.
Pass down the lane to Allred. One dribble, goes back to the wing, pumps in the shot, working her way left to right to the junction. 16-footer, no good. Rebound underneath, taken by Butler, and she draws the foul. Free throws coming for Emmy Butler. That'll be on Emma Broadbent. That's her 3rd for South Summit.
Just kind of reached up the arms and tried to grab the basketball.
First free throw, got it. Just snuck it over the front of the rim for her first point. Second one for Butler is good. So Butler with 2. 14-point lead, 33-19. Arnaud with it in the backcourt. Throws up ahead for Broadbent. She'll dribble right side. Kick to the corner to Wolstenhume. Tries to go to the wing to Bowen. Knocked it out of bounds. South Summit ball.
Guess how many?
11, 12.
12, yeah. That's 12 knockouts by Grantsville on the South Summit side.
Emery Wolstenhume to inbound. Comes in up top to Mackley Wolstenhume. Picks up her dribble, comes out to Arnaud. Crossover, works her way left side of the pass for the corner to Emery Wolstenhume off her fingertips out of bounds.
Yeah, the pass was just a little too high. She jumped up, couldn't secure it, and they've got to be close to 30 turnovers in this game.
I've got them at 26.
Yeah, okay.
That's close. Left wing Orgill comes up top to Williams. Goes back left wing to Orgill. Back up top Williams. Down the lane to Allred. Pumps. Dribbles right. Nothing on the up and under. Kicks it back out to Orgill. She gets cut off on her drive. Out to Williams. Williams drives right side down the lane. Puts it to the runner. No good. Missed it short off the glass. Broadbent the rebound for South Summit. Up ahead to Bowen. Bowen tried to dribble middle. Got cut off by Allred. Ball gets knocked loose. And it'll be a jump ball. A tie up on the floor. And that'll give it to Grantsville.
Yeah, and that crossover dribble She dribbled right at the Grantsville defender. Then it went off her foot, and the ball's on the court, and a scramble for it, and ended up being a turnover because of the jump ball.
2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Right wing, White. Up top, they swing it around left wing. Now Butler down the lane to Allred. Dribbles in left side. Blocked on the shot by Broadbent. And ball will go out of bounds. And nope, they're going to call a foul on Butler. She tried to box out Ashton Arnaud, who was going for the long rebound. So Emmy Butler will pick up her second, third team foul.
Well, I'll tell you, the play by Grantsville has really stepped up in this quarter.
Yes, it has. They lead by 14. That ties their largest, 33-19. Now Williams knocks the pass out of bounds. Remains South Summit ball.
Does that count?
Yeah.
13.
Grantsville wanted a foul call on it after the ball got tipped.
They've tipped it out of bounds. That means it's gone back to South Summit. Plus 27 turnovers, I believe you have.
Yeah.
That's how active the hands of Grantsville have been.
Pass comes up the floor to Wolstenhume. Dribbles to the right corner, got cut off, trying to find Broadbent, steps to the double team, passes into the lane, and the loose ball is picked up by Williams for Grantsville. Up the floor it comes. Driving left side baseline is Orgill, misses the runner. Wolstenhume the rebound for South Summit. Throws it to Arnaud off her face.
What a great rebound, though, by Wolstenhume.
In the backcourt, and they don't get it across in time. 10-second violation on South Summit.
How many turnovers?
29.
And they've had, 3 backcourt violations? They had a fourth one, but they called timeout.
Yeah. Taya Rose back into the game for South Summit. Williams goes right wing to White, into the corner to Orgill. Cut off on the baseline drive. Comes back out to the wing to White. Thought about the three, now goes back to Orgill. Comes off the screen by White. Skips it left wing it to Butler. She'll set for the deep three. Emmy Butler knocks it down. She has 5. 17-point Grantsville lead. And now Grantsville still on the pass on the floor. White has it right side to Williams. Driving baseline, and block foul will be called on Taya Rose. That'll be her third, team's third this quarter.
And Grantsville, boy, they have just taken away any of the looks for South Summit. When they do get it down court, they look rushed because of the pressure. South Summit's just not been able to set up.
Egbert in the game now for Grantsville. Driving right side is Williams. Misses the shot off the glass. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Grantsville, so South Summit ball.
And this is a good South Summit team. I mean, they got one of the premier players in all 3A. That tells you how good Grantsville is.
Bowen with it in the backcourt for South Summit. Goes to Broadbent. She'll bring it across the timeline. And then has the ball tipped out of bounds by Williams. Remains South Summit ball on the near side.
14 knocked out of bounds. How many do you think we're going to get to?
20.
We'll keep track.
Rose to inbound. Pass for the corner to Arnaud. Knocked out of bounds again. And it will be South Summit basketball. Remy Arnaud back into the game for South Summit as Ashton Arnaud comes out. Rose to inbound on the near side. Bounces in for Bowen, who made a nice cut to the ball. Got it inside for Broadbent. Misses the layup. Got her own rebound on the backside. Goes back up. Blocked by Egbert. Picked up by Allred. Down the floor, Grantsville. Up top, Williams as they set up the offense. Right wing White into the corner. It goes to Orgill. Down the lane to Allred. Curls in against Broadbent and gets shoved right out of bounds by Broadbent. That will be her 4th.
That was an easy call that time. Broadbent has not set at all in this game. We're in game 3. And she just looks a little tired to me. Oh, I just really enjoy watching her play, though.
Inbounding underneath is Williams. Down the lane to Allred and misses the runner off the back of the rim. Broadbent the rebound. Broadbent in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline. Looks for Bowen. And now gets it left side high to Arnaud. Down the lane to Bowen. Bowen reverses. Bounce pass underneath for Rose. couldn't quite gather it, saves it in, but it's taken away by Williams. Down the floor to Allred. Left side layup by Allred is good. 19 for Avery Allred.
And Allred's had a lot of layups in this game.
38-19 your score. Broadbent all the way down the floor to Rose, and Rose is fouled by Ren White. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And Rose looked like she was going to have an easy shot, and Ren White come over and just chopped down at it. Got her right in the head and the ball.
Just the 2 points this quarter for South Summit. They led by as many as 5 points early in the game. First free throw is good from Rose.
Just too many turnovers, too many deflections.
Yeah.
It's made their offense very, very choppy here.
Second free throw is up and good. So Rose with 5.
Oh, pretty looking foul shots.
18 seconds to go in the quarter. 38-21 your score. Grantsville on top. Hesitates. Williams drives right side all the way to the rim. Misses the shot short. Rebound by Broadbent. She'll pick up her dribble. Looks for Bowen. Bounces it ahead to her. Bowen across the timeline down to 4 seconds. Trying to weave through traffic. Down the lane to Broadbent. Broadbent spins and draws the foul as she goes up as the horn sounds. So Emma Broadbent will go to the line to shoot 2.
I didn't think she was going to get it up in time, and all of a sudden she went with the ball. And
they're going to put .4 on the clock as Cody Williams gets called for her first foul.
Some people say, well, why don't they just leave the clock at 0? Because you can't do that. You cannot shoot with no time on the clock.
Right.
So they'll always put time back on.
First free throw from Broadbent. Got the bounce. In and out, popped up and dropped in.
Averaging 21 points a game, and she's got 8 right now.
Now she averages 21 and 21.
Rebounds.
Crazy. 9 now for Broadbent.
78% foul shooter.
And that will be how the third quarter comes to an end through 3 in this 3A girls third place game. It is at Grantsville 38, South Summit 23 on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the UCCU Center as we go to the fourth quarter. 15-point Grantsville lead, 38-23 over South Summit. And South Summit ball to start the final 8 minutes. Up top with it is Bowen. Bounces inside for Broadbent, but hard angle and out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, she was almost on a straight line. Tried to reach around a defender and bounce it in, but it almost looked like Emma Broadbent wasn't looking for it. But
Camry Allen into the game for Grantsville. Avery Allred, hesitation dribble, drives all the way in. Count the basket and the foul. 21 for Allred and a chance to make it 22 as the foul will go on Remy Arnaud, her first.
Allred took that ball on the right side, right in front of Robert and I, just kept going, and no one picked her up. She had just an easy lane to the basket.
The and one from Allred is good. She has 22 to lead all scorers.
Averaging 18 points a game.
Bowen up ahead to Wolstenhume. One dribble on the right side. Comes down the lane to Broadbent. She goes short corner with it to Bowen. Bowen backs out on the wing. Picks up her dribble, lobs in for Broadbent. One dribble, steps to the defense, misses the scoop shot. Rebound knocked to the bounce off of Grantsville. South Summit ball on the baseline.
And that's one thing we haven't seen her able to do today, the way Grantsville has defended her, is get those underhand scoops. She's done a great job that whole tournament but really haven't seen that today.
Having to use her so high because of the pressure that hasn't been able to get her back to the basket much. They have her high up here, left side up to the wing to Bowen. Spins against the pressure. Williams was there and steals the ball and draws the foul on Mariah Bowen, her third, team second.
And for a minute there, I thought we were going to have another knocked out of bounds, but it ended up being a turnover.
7:09 to go in the game. 18-point lead. Left to right goes Louder. She'll go to Allen. Right to left. She puts up the runner. Blocked by Rose and picked up by Broadbent. Broadbent up the floor. Gets it up ahead to Bowen. High on the right side. Bowen picks up her dribble. Allred tries to tie her up from behind. Bowen steps through the double team. Gets it over to Rose. And now Allred will be called for the foul as she came into the back of Taya Rose.
I don't know about you, but they look tired out there. Just the way their movement and they bump each other.
That's the fourth on Allred. First team foul on Grantsville. As you talked about, it's a grind to go through these 3 days of the state tournament. And now a turnover by South Summit as they try to get to the wing off the fingertips of Arnaud, out of bounds.
How many is that?
34.
34 turnovers. 34 turnovers with 16 deflections that were not turnovers.
Yeah.
That's 50 times Grantsville's had a shot at the ball.
Avery Allred, the corner three, no good. Broadbent, the rebound for South Summit. Now Rose will bring it up the floor. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. Bowen has it. They got 2 seconds to get it across, and she will with the dribble. And then all the bodies hit the floor, and a foul call. It's going to go, if it's on Allred, that's her fifth. And it is. So Avery Allred will foul out with 6:17 to go in the game.
Well, everybody was looking around. You're like me. I'm thinking they didn't have a lot of choice. They were either going to call a travel or a foul. When they called a foul, Allred was the person there.
What a career, though, for Avery Allred as she will foul out with 6:17 to go with a game-high 22 points in the game for the Grantsville senior.
Yeah, and she's going to play at the next level.
Pass comes in, ball gets knocked out of bounds, remains South Summit basketball.
17. You said we're going to get to 20. We still have 6 minutes.
We're going to get there. Rose to inbound. Lobs in for Broadbent. She'll face up. Tries to pass it out, and Louder with the steal, and then Broadbent fouls her, and that will be the fifth on Broadbent. So Broadbent will have her career end here just 10 seconds or 5 seconds later with 6:12 to go in the game.
They're discussing whether or not that's a flagrant. Now, I didn't see it go high, but we'll see on. There's the replay.
Just reach for the ball.
Yeah, just reach for the ball. It didn't look like a flagrant.
So the South Summit crowd will give Emma Broadbent a round of applause as well, as she will foul out and have her career end as the all-time leading rebounder in state history.
And she's a good one, no question. I got to thank Barrett for giving us a production of that replay.
Big hug from Coach Mapstone. Pass down the lane to Louder. She'll be fouled. That's going to be on Taya Rose, her fourth. And the fourth team foul on South Summit. Inbounding underneath is Williams. 4 stacked ball side down the lane. Pass comes out to Allen. 6 minutes to go in this girls' third place game. Right wing with it is Egbert. Comes back up top to Allen. Left wing, they swing it around, down low block into Louder. And underneath the arm of Wolstenhume, she lays it up and in. She has 6.
Yeah, and she kind of got bumped on the head. I'm glad they didn't call it. Great move.
Bowen up the floor now for South Summit. Arnaud passes ahead across the timeline to Rose. Rose drives through the left side. Count the basket and the foul, and if it's on Louder, that's her fifth. Taya Rose with a nice play, and Bailey Louder will foul out with 5:35 to go. And she will leave to a big standing ovation round of applause to the Grantsville crowd.
Terrific player.
So the 3 players we talked about as maybe 3 of the best in 3A all foul out with about 6 minutes left in the game.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
And it's just crazy. I mean, that's what makes sports fun, and this fun is it's unpredictable.
Rose misses the and one. 18-point lead right now, 43-35 your score. Grantsville leads. Left corner with it is Butler. She'll step back for three. Air ball hard. And rebound tipped to the bounds by White. South Summit ball.
All three of the, and they're all good players, but of the real star players have fouled out in the game.
Yes.
With nearly 6 minutes to go.
The 6:17 mark for Avery Allred. The 6:12 mark for Emma Broadbent as South Summit turns it over again. Grantsville with a steal. Williams going to drive right side. The lane opens wide open. She misses the shot off the glass, and the rebound by Wolstenhume. Up the floor, Bowen. Going to drive left side of the Euro step, off the glass and in. Great finish by Bowen. She has 7.
Well, I was checking to see if you got that turnover mark down because I'm keeping track.
I didn't. Now I do, though.
You know I'm just having fun with you.
Yep. Got a timeout called. 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here with 4:47 to go in this 3A girls third place game. So as I said, Avery Allred fouls out with 6:17 to go, 22 points. Emma Broadbent fouls out with 6:12 to go, 9 points and probably close to 20 rebounds. And then Bailey Louder fouls out at the 5:35 mark with 6 points, and I bet she had close to 6 steals.
Yeah, and they're all three been fun to watch. And you know, by breaks going here or there, these two teams could have been playing for the state title.
Yeah. But they're playing for third and fourth out of Region 13. And right now, Grantsville well on their way to trying to secure that with a 16-point lead, 43-27 over South Summit. And it'll be Grantsville basketball out of the timeout. Pass will come in to Williams. Right wing, Sadie Thornton into the game. Pass down the lane now to Egbert. Left wing, Orgill. Up top, Williams. Deep straightaway three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out, and it's on the ground. Rolls all the way across half court. And running it down is Williams for the Lady Cowboys. Pass up ahead to White. She'll take the deep three from the wing. Short off the rim. And rebound, a foul will be called as Rose had position. Afton Orgill will pick up her second foul, 4th team foul.
I'll tell you one thing that is kind of crazy to me is not that the big players on the team fouled out. They fouled out with so much time left.
Yes.
And then it was all three of them. I mean, that's just kind of crazy to me.
They're checking the book. They're wanted to make sure they got it right. They sent them to the free throw line where they shouldn't have, just 4 team fouls. So,
well, that's easily correctable.
Yep.
They just come back and let them inbound it. And, of course, will Grantsville keep the pressure on here? That's the question.
They will drop it into more of a half-court pressure. Bowen on the Wolverine. 4:15 to go in the game. 16-point Grantsville lead. Arno with it. Tries to pass to Wolstenhume. Ball gets tipped. Wolstenhume runs it down to the timeline. Now goes right side high to Bowen. Williams sticks her hand in on the crossover. Ties her up. Jump ball. That'll give it to Grantsville.
How many?
37.
37 turnovers. What's the most you've ever seen in a game?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That pressure of Grantsville, as you said earlier, relentless.
Never quits.
Orgill into the short corner to White. Skips it up top to Williams. Hands off on the wing to Thornton. Thornton spins down the lane left side, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. And it'll be tipped out of bounds by Egbert. South Summit ball. 3:47 to go. 43-27. Grantsville leads South Summit.
And with those three players have fouled out for the respective teams, the scoring has also slowed.
Up top with it. They swing it high to Arno. Up top now, Rose. She'll give it up to Bowen. Bowen tries to pass to Wolstenhume. Ball got tipped out of bounds. It goes off of Grantsville. South Summit ball.
18. I don't know if we're going to meet year 20. 18 tip outs by Grantsville.
Inbounding is Bowen. Overthrows everybody, but Mackley Wolstenhume runs it down. Tries to go back to Bowen. Knocked it out of bounds by White. South Summit ball on the far sideline.
That's 19.
Rose will inbound on the far side for the Wildcats. Pass comes into Bowen, nearly stolen by Williams, but Bowen controls it. Right wing at 2 rows, dribbles in the lane, puts it the 14-foot runner, no good, got her own rebound, blocked as she went back up, gets a rebound again on the ground, passes out to Wolstenhue. Now Bowen with it left wing, she'll step into a deep 3. Mariah Bowen has 10 to lead South Summit. 43-30 your score. Williams looking to drive right, kicks to the wing to White for 3. Ren White, a deep one, knocks it down for her first points. Back to 16, 46-30.
Was that a 2 you said?
3.
3, I thought it was a 3. Pretty shot.
Left wing Bowen, off the screen by Wolstenhue, hesitates, looks to drive, cut off by Williams, picks up her dribble on the spin, goes right corner to Arnaud for 3, no good. Rebound tip by Emery Wolstenhue to Mackley Wolstenhue for the right side scoop. She has 6.
And she just kind of scooped it up and in. Great tip there.
46-32 your score, and Coach Vera calls timeout. 2:23 to go. We'll take it with her. It is Grantsville 46, South Summit 32 in this 3A girls third place game on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So we come out of that timeout. 2:23 to go in this one. 14-point Grantsville lead with the basketball. 46-32 is your score. Inbounding is Thornton. She'll come up top to Williams. Now it goes left wing, bounce down the lane, looking for it to get it to Egbert, stolen by Bowen. I have that as Grantsville's just 10th turnover after having 8 in the first half.
It's only 2 in this half. That's clean basketball.
Right wing with it is Bowen. Works her way around the perimeter. Comes back out to Remy Arnaud, pumps in the shot, back to Bowen. Bowen curls down the lane, tries to lob it inside, got it to Rose, being double-teamed, to drift pass to the corner. Picked up by Arnaud, left wing for Wolstenhue for 3, no good. Rebound underneath is battled for, and out of bounds it goes off of South Summit. Grantsville ball.
Oh, I thought we had number 20 there.
Emmy Butler, Sadie Castino, and Camry Allen and Hazley Hall all into the game for Grantsville, as they will bring out the rest of this senior class. Ren White leaving, Afton Orgill leaving, Cody Williams leaving, and Alexis Egbert all leaving the game. Staying on the floor with them is Sadie Thornton, a junior. Really great senior class for Grantsville. It's done a lot of winning. Camry Allen slices through the defense and scoops and scores with the right hand. Up the floor is Arnaud. Hands off on the wing to Bowen. Bowen dribbles to the defense, left to right, scoop with the right hand, no good. Rebound tipped out by Wolstenhue, gathered by Emery. Driving right side is Bowen, and she gets it to go. Mariah Bowen with 12 points to lead South Summit with 1:13 to go. Left wing Allen, into the short corner it goes. To Castino, back out to Allen, steps into a high school 3, off the back of the rim, no good. And a foul on the rebound will go against Grantsville, and that will send Emery Wolstenhue to the line to shoot 2. As Hazley Hall picks up the foul.
And they'll just kind of make their way down to the other end of the court as this clock is going down here. And this will be by far the closest game that these two teams played during the season, because
31 and 44 were the other ones.
69-38 was one, and 71-27.
First free throw from Wolstenhue. Got the bounce. for her first point off the bench, first bench point of the game for Grantsville. And checking out of the game now for South Summit is Remy Arnaud. Ashton Arnaud replaces her as another South Summit senior. We'll get some hugs all around as she leaves the floor for the final time as a Wildcat. Second free throw, got the bounce again, did Emery Wolstenhume. Both of those free throws are off to the left.
Yeah, they looked long. That one bounced. I didn't think any way it was going to go, and it came back in.
Right wing with it. Thornton bounces up top for Allen. Left wing they go. Driving in left to right is Hall off the glass and got it to go. Hazley Hall with her first points. 44 seconds to go in the game. Bowen with it, works her way right side. Going to drive the lane, scoop, and score with the right hand. Bowen with 14 for South Summit. There's basically no time between the shot clock and the game clock. Coach Mapstone calling for a foul to foul. They're wanting to get Mariah Bowen out of the game for her round of applause as a senior. Mackley Wolstenhume, I believe, as well, will be coming out. Yep, they will. But they're going to have Emily Butler shoot free throws first.
And I think that's a good thing.
First free throw from Butler, in and out. So South Summit will bring out Mariah Bowen, another great senior, really great compliment for this South Summit team. Great point guard, ball handler. Mackley Wolstenhume leaves as a senior. Taya Rose leaves as a senior as well for South Summit, as they will all have their careers come to an end for the Wildcats as they leave the floor. Emery Wolstenhume also checks out for the Wildcats. Just a sophomore. They'll have her back as Butler makes the second free throw. She has 6. On the floor now for the Wildcats coming into the game. Got Kelby Pierce along with Sarah Duke, Emily McNulty, and then also on the floor, Bridget Buchanan. 8 seconds to go in the game. Up top with it is Ashton Arnaud, dribbles left side, tries to reverse into the key, ball gets knocked free and out of bounds with 0.2 seconds left. One more, Rick.
So that's 20.
with 0.2 of a second left.
You were spot on. You said 20, and we reached 20 tip-outs.
Pass will come in. Coach Mapstone was actually telling her, just shoot it from there. Shoot it from the inbound spot. As the game comes to an end, 51-38 is your final. The Grantsville Lady Cowboys will finish in third place in 2025 as South Summit finishes fourth. We'll take the break and come back with your Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities.
Current Chevy owners can get $7,850 total value on this 2025 Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at the UCC Youth Center. We'll have a quick Sunrise Engineering postgame show for you, and then we'll turn it over to Tanner Wilkinson and Dylan Douglas for the boys' third and fourth place game between Juab and Judge Memorial. But Rick, your takeaway from this one is Grantsville beats South Summit 51-38.
Yeah, and it was a game very much in doubt through the first half. I thought South Summit played really well. I thought Grantsville created a lot of turnovers, just could not score off it. In the second half, they created several takeaways for layups and extended the lead, and the game was never the same. And the three big stars in this game fouled out with about 6 minutes to go. And Broadbent, Emma Broadbent, Avi Allred, and Bailey Lauder they might not have played that much anyway, but they fouled out with nearly 6 minutes to go.
In a span of 42 seconds, all three of them fouled out. 42 seconds of game time, they all fouled out.
And I don't think I've ever seen that before where all of them do.
Taking a look at the final stats for Grantsville, Avery Allred leads the way, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Then 6 points for Bailey Lauder with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. 6 points from Emmy Butler in the game, and 5 points for Afton Orgill with a couple of rebounds and 3 assists. 5 points as well for Cody Williams with 3 rebounds and 8 steals and 4 assists. And then 3 points for Ren White. 2 points apiece for Camry Allen and Hazley Hall for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. They shoot 32% from the floor, 14% from 3, and then they were 73% from the free throw line. On the South Summit side of things, Mariah Bowen led the way, 14 points with 2 steals. Emma Broadbent, 9 points, 21 rebounds for Broadbent, and that's without her playing the last 6 minutes.
And that's 21 rebounds.
2 blocks and 2 steals as well for Broadbent. Then 7 points for Taya Rose with 5 rebounds and then 6 points for Mackley Wolstenhume with 4 rebounds in the game. And finally 2 points with 3 rebounds for Emery Wolstenhume for South Summit. They shot 34% from the floor, 28% from 3, and were 80% from the free throw line in the game. But again, way more shots put up, 28 more shots taken in this game by Grantsville than South Summit.
I don't know if I've seen a stat quite like that, but the glaring part of that is the turnovers. And you add that
41-14 on turnovers.
And then you had 20 deflections that still went back to South Summit that Grantsville created. That tells you how active they were and how much pressure they were putting on this South Summit team.
Rebound battle was dominated by South Summit, 33-16, 13-11 on the offensive glass. Well, as we wrap up our coverage here, Rick, any final thoughts on this one?
No, congratulations to both those teams. They were fun to watch. And they have talent, both teams. I enjoyed watching them play the 3 days here at the state tournament, and I just give thank you to their respective communities.
Yes, that's for sure. We appreciate all of them and appreciate you for tuning in and watching here. This girls' third place game as Grantsville gets the win 51-38 over South Summit. Rick and I will step aside. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for the boys' state championship between Richfield and Morgan. Tanner Wilkinson, Dylan Douglas will join you next for the boys' third and fourth place game with Juab and Judge Memorial. And Tanner will be joined by Dustin Shakespeare for the girls' championship game between Emory and Canyon View. Again, he's Rick Robinson. I'm Robert Lovell. Thank you for listening and watching. Have a great day.